We consider the moments in life that have had enough impact to help define a person we are today to be the most valuable advices anyone can share. And even more so when those are the words of the equine industry's most successful experts.
I was still in my mother was pregnant, and my father, few months before I was born, he bought a pony, and that pony would be for me for when I would grow. And what is fun is that he had this kind of inspiration, and he was already thinking that I would love horses. My father is a horse lover, but in general animal lover, So we always had some animals at home, like dogs, sheep, or horses to trail. But I don't come from a family which was having business with horses. But since I was a little kid, I've always dreamed about to become a horse trainer, and probably to grow up with these animals, and especially with my ponies or horses in general that my father used for trail. That maybe helped me to have a good approach with the animals, and maybe a special feeling, with the horses. And I still remember that I always try to, because I start to see the reining horses when I was 9 years old, because of course they saw that I love horses, and my family brought me to this equestrian center to learn to start with the reining horses. And and at that time I was 8 or 9 years old, but as soon as I finished my lessons, I had my pony at home, and I started to keep training him. So I had in the end this pony that was doing all the maneuvers. The only thing was that he could not stop, of course, because he had no shoes. So I still remember that I was waiting for some days where it was raining, that the ground became slicky. And I was running with this pony and saying whoa and pulling him in the ground until he was starting to slide on the ground. This is the funniest stuff that I still remember when I was a little kid. And then, of course, I started with the competition as a non-pro. I was a youth at that time, and then in the non-pros. And I've been lucky because I've met very good trainers, and especially I've met some good horsemen, And I think in this sport it's nice to win, it's nice to think about the show. But what has always been in my thinking was that it's important to be a horseman, to understand what a horse is thinking and try to get in his mind, And this is, of course, one of the goals I always want to reach, try to get closest possible to the horse mind and start to think like he is thinking. And of course, I've been lucky because I met one of the first trainers which I was working with was Cliff J. Hall, and he was coming from the States, and he was working in this equestrian center close to my town, close to Napoli, where I was born, and he really taught me how the horse was thinking, why he behaved in this way, and how he would answer to what I was asking, And this was a very important time of my life, to have a good approach to the horses. And then I start to go a little bit more in the technicals, and of course Dario Carmignani was one of the greatest trainers I've been working with, and he taught me more to be, in the reining as a competitor, as a showman, and I can say that he refined my style, and of course he's a great horseman too. So this combination was another big step that I had in my career to to get to the point that you can go in the same times to be a horseman and a showman. And in 2006, I met Andrea Fappani. I still was a non-pro, but at that time I was showing in the Masters because they put me as a non-pro in this FEI class, and I was the only non-pro. And Andrea was showing also in Italy, Manerbio, of course, in the professional master class. And I met him, and he asked me to go and visit him and maybe work for him for a few months in Arizona. And I believe that Andrea have had a great influence on my style, on the style that I have today. And he's a great, great horseman, and this was very important for me. And he also introduced me to think about the job as a business, to think about at 360 degrees on everything, not just get focused on the riding, but also everything which is around the horse, the business, and what is around the horses is also very important. And I really feel thankful to Andrea because he was opening my mind into this business a lot. Then, of course, when you start a business like this, a lot of stuff have to go together. You have to have the right people around you, right horses, good customers, and I have had a lot of luck also in this. So I believe that there are many good and talented trainers, but of course, to get to the success, a lot of stuff have to be in this around you, and you have to be able to see and to catch the important things that you need to get to the success. I believe that the hard times are part of the life, but I've always been thinking, and this is what I have learned from great trainers as Andrea Fappani and many others, that if you work hard, you will always get paid back. So in every day, even if there are tough days or tough moments, tough months, what I try to do is to try to work hard and just, as I said before, believe in what I do, And then I believe that if you work hard, then you are always be paid back. And I've been not so much scared about the tough moment. I've had tough moments, and but I was just facing them and keep on going. To be a horse trainer has been all my life my dream, and I don't think that nothing could stop this inside me, this desire, to do my job at the best that I can. My job is the expression of myself. I feel free when I work, but this have nothing to do with the money. It's just the expression of what I have inside myself. And this, thanks to my job, and thanks, of course, the horses that I ride, I can show what I have inside me. And this is something that will never stop me. Even if I have a tough moment, tough customer, or whatever, it's gonna be nothing like I was supposed to be.